Oh, wow. Hey, Philip. Shady, Twisted Skeptic. Good morning. Hey, Pat. Wow, all these people are here already. I'm just here for a couple of hours. Today's my busy day. I'm doing this for about 2 hours if there's a panel. Oh, speaking of, um, and then I'm gonna go off and do my thing, and then I'm gonna try to come back this afternoon and do a few more hours, and then have to leave again for another thing, and I'm gonna try to come back after. Sunday's really busy. I have like 2 or 3 things going on throughout the day, and so I have to break up the streaming. But then Monday, Labor Day, I'm gonna wake up and do another all day. So, which really will be labor, depending on who shows up. So come out for that. We'll try to do. It's a holiday, so we'll try to think of fun stuff to do. And then I think on my weekdays, I'm gonna try to arrange it where I can wake up and stream, and then let it go as long as I need to. Yeah, this is one of a few I think that are gonna happen today. And then I'm doing another all day on Monday. This is my job, dude. There's nothing else I want to do. Like I looked at jobs all summer long, and it was nothing but a not really a nightmare, but a pain in the ass, demoralizing, uh, very bleak outlook. The complete opposite experience that I get when I come here. And so I go where I can do the best job. And like when I'm looking for jobs, I don't worry about pay. I don't ever care about pay. I've never taken a job because of the amount of money it's paid me or didn't pay me. I look at the coworker, like the people. Am I gonna fit? What are the social issues that are likely to happen? But long term, more even than that, I look at which job's gonna let me do my best work. Which job's gonna support me the most to do my best kind of work. And so far, this does better than any workplace I've been in. This is all I need from a job. What you see right here. Just give me a space where I can do my thing, leave me alone. If I need you for something, be there as a resource or support or answer a question. Other than that, don't micromanage me. Um, if you were able to do what I'm doing here, then you would be doing it. You wouldn't need me to come and do the job. So if you're hiring me to do a job, then get out of my way and let me do that job and give me my space. And then if you don't like the results, you can fire me. But the results are usually never the issue. It's all the social shit. And the social stuff was not even an issue till I switched cultures. So it's more like that's the one place where I've said the woke have some slight little point. The experience of an out group moving into a dominant in group, there is an experience there that happens. Immigrants experience it, people moving from one culture to another like me, um, outsiders, outliers, marginalization. When you take all the ideological trappings away from it and just look at the description of the experience itself, it does match in many ways my own experience, trying to integrate into groups that I'm not a dominant part of. Hey, Liliana. Um, and the wrenches, I decided I'm gonna extend them through today. So whoever has a wrench yesterday, you'll keep your wrench today. And I'll be doing a couple of streams throughout the day. And then Monday for Labor Day, I'm going to reset all the wrenches and we can start fresh because it'll be another all day stream. And then people can rent wrenches for that day. Plus, well, did you buy one? I mean, rent one. Or I'll tell you what else I'll do, Pat, if you want. I'll give you the $10 drama credit. I'll give you a wrench instead. But I suspect people are going to want the drama more than the wrench. Um, I forgot I was talking about something about work. Oh, specifically for Mike. Okay. All right. Well, we'll save it for that. Next time he's on, I'll remind him that he has it. I was talking about work, but more specifically how I want this to be my new work. Like this, if I can turn this into some kind of living that at least lets me cover my basic expenses, um, that's all I need to keep it going. I'm not materialistic, so I just need to survive and not be homeless. And as long as I can do that, doing some combination of this and my other online work, um, it's kind of the place I was trying to get to anyway. When I my last job, I worked at a disability agency, and I worked with mostly the invisible disabilities, autism, mental health, that kind of stuff. And a lot of the work I'd find myself doing was around employment. How are these? How do autistic people support themselves? How are they going to make? They can't just go out and get a job like a normal person. There's too many issues with them. And a lot of what over the years of doing that work, what turned out to often be the best solution was self-employment. Like help them find something that they can do, that they can turn into a skill and market as like a solo entrepreneur. Then they cut out having to fit into somebody else's idea of how they should be doing their whatever it is they're good at doing. And so I helped other people like kind of develop that for themselves. But in the process, I think I realized that it was also the best solution for me. And so my goal for a while now, for many years, has been to create my own job that I can manage and direct, and I wouldn't need the infrastructure of a workplace. Um, and so when I did a little bit of self-employment during 2020 for friend, like other people had organizations set up that I could freelance through, but I knew at some point I would have to create my own thing. Ultimately, I would have to create my own thing. And so last year, I was finally able to get that practice off the ground. And now I finally have a means to be in control of my own income. And this YouTube stream is like an additional. One of my bosses one time, this was really helpful. Oh, Dobez, you can. I'm only going for a few hours, and then I have another engagement, and then I'm going to come back and probably leave again and come back. So this will be a punctuated stream. And then Monday we're going to do an all-day stream because it's Labor Day. But I had a boss tell me, he told me about the three legs of the stool. And he said you always want to have three legs on your stool. Three sources of income or support or what. Don't just rely on one single source. And I've always kind of used that, like kept that in my mind when I'm planning my life. And so my practice is like one leg. And or is it Labor Day? What's tomorrow? What's Monday? And then the stream is like another potential leg. And then I have contract work I could do now and then when I need to. That's kind of a third leg. It's some kind of, is it Memorial Day maybe? They're all the same too. I get them mixed up all the time. No, Memorial Day is Monday. You're thinking of Memorial Day. See, you're getting it mixed up just like I do. Labor Day is Monday. Hesh, Padilla. Oh, Liana. Oh, oh, because she's a linguist and she knows this. Harmadur. We just say how you doing. How you doing, sugar? How you doing and who's your mama? So that's the plan for the stream the next few days. And then what I was talking about ultimately was how I want to start transitioning this to be my full-time job. So my plan is to like be here 8 hours a day, like I would if I went to a job. Um, so next week I'm gonna try to do more streaming and earlier streaming and longer streaming. So to get it closer to a job. There was a time a few months ago where I was doing morning and then I would do a midday and then an evening. And that was the most work I'd put into the stream so far. It was an all day thing, and that was the most um, feeling of a full time job that I've had since my last job. It felt like I was actually at a job again, putting in that amount of work that you would put in at a job. Oh, they do it different. Oh, y'all have Labor Day with the U in May. Why are y'all so weird? The more I'm learning about Europe, the less stigmatized as an American I feel, because Europeans have their own weirdness. And then with Europe, well, I guess it's true in the U.S. too. You get into the different countries, which each country probably has its brand of weirdness as well. But then we have the states here that work the same way. Are the regions anyway, like cultural regions? Oh, I know what. Oh, hang on. There's a tweet I wanted to share. I was saving it specifically for. We're gonna correct your brains this morning. We're gonna fix all of you. And your IQ, you remember Dobes showed his test results and his thinking went up because he tries to double his intelligence. Well, that's going to happen to you today. Watch this tweet. I think this tweet captures the fundamental divide between me and the way I think, the way my brain works, and a lot of people that come to the panelverse. I think you'll recognize it. This probably take very little explanation, but here we go. This is the dominant view or narrative that I see from a lot of people. Everyone's here on the bottom and they have these elite running things at the top, the rich. This is more how I see it. This is more like reality based, I think, and a little more cognitively subtle, sophisticated, complex. I think you have most of the population from the top all the way on down to the bottom are basically decent people just trying to use the system for what it's designed to and make a good life for themselves and the people they care about and contribute to their community. You have rich people doing that, elite people doing that, poor people doing that, and then you have a subset of corrupt or selfish people that are perverting that to their own ends. And there some of them at the top are doing it, some of them in the middle. So this right side, this I think is the wrong enemy. I think this is low resolution thinking. I think this is underdeveloped thinking. And I think when you take a little more high res view or critical look and focus in on details and multiple factors, I think you get a picture more along the lines of what we're seeing on the right in this right enemy. It's the people that are actually corrupt, that are actually doing the shit. Don't paint everybody in a group with the actions of a few of the group. Like that's basic. We learned that in kindergarten, not to stereotype entire groups by what a few people that happen to be part of that group do. So, I like I would expect this to have been the default from the beginning. So this That people are so readily adopt this surprises me, and the left do it too. The left have all the evil MAGA people, Christian nationalists that want to, the theocrats on the right that all are this, and most of them are decent people just like everybody else, and you have some that are this. Hey, Chuck. Wow, what? All right, hang on. I don't, when I say I don't look at my numbers, I really don't look. Oh my God. It was like at 560-ish something last time I looked. Wow. Well, thank you guys. That's all you, probably. Because ever since I got my 500, that was my only goal. I quit promoting it. I didn't solicit subs anymore or uh, put it on social media. I post my videos, my episodes, but I didn't promote the channel anymore because I had the numbers that I needed. And so I was just going to let it do its thing from here. But wow, is it ever doing its thing? I just noticed you, transgender, and I don't always say hey to you. And then I have another tweet. This is from David Bernstein from the Jewish Institute for Liberal Values. It's about intersectionality. He says intersectionality does not merely hold that we all have multiple identities, obviously, or even that those identities interact in any way that gives us more or less advantage in society. He says that can be true, but rather that each of our identities, so intersectionality is not merely that we have multiple identities. God knows I have enough of them. And it's not merely that those identities interact in ways that can give more or less of an advantage. So intersectionality is not only that, but rather that each of our identities carries a single valence of either marginalized or privileged. He says that is not true. That's the oppressor oppressed hierarchy that everything gets classified into, which is the first stage on that genocide chart, the first stages of genocide, classification and separating them into two categories is the first step. Um, that is the dangers of intersectionality. Intersectionality could be a useful heuristic for explaining certain social dynamics, but pretends to be an all encompassing explanation. It's a sometimes pretending to be an always. And that is my issue with the stuff on the left, is the dogmatism and the authoritarianism. It is illiberal. And it is illiberal to the point where the perceived illiberalism or dangers of illiberalism for Donald Trump do not outweigh the illiberalism that I see from this stuff that is already in our system. So there, that's our Twitter for today. Hey, Jess, Liliana, Chuck, got everybody. Yes, very much. Great job last night. That's that's what keeps this going. You know, I had Chris for a while, my coworker, and I want to say it was close to a year, maybe over a year, and it helped to have that consistent person kind of keep the stream going, and they knew the same community like I did, and so ever since then, having those people that can fill in and play that role now and then. Uh, yeah, like I'm a better collaborator. I've always been. My preference is collaboration, like to work with somebody. I'd be good in a band, but it has to be people that can match my level of collaboration. Because if it's not, it's lopsided, and I end up doing more of it than the other person, and it's not. You don't get that reciprocal like collaborative synergy. Um, so if I either if it's not going to be collaborative or mutual and reciprocal. I'd rather just do it myself. I'd rather just be lone wolf it. But then when I find the people I can collaborate with, that is my actual preference. And so I kind of look for that here. I'm open to collaborate with anybody. I say that all the time. In fact, Anton, that was on here last night, we used to have our own little series that we would do on Mondays where we would look at TikTok videos and kind of related to social justice and queer theory and LGBT, like all the weirdness coming out of the left. And he came to me and he's like, I have this idea for this series that I think you and I would be good for, and we could review TikTok videos and talk specifically about um, topics under this one theme. And so we ran that for a while. So I'm always me and Barnabas also. He came to me one day and it's like, I want to collaborate with you and do stuff. Let's do a movie review. We made a Twitch account and we went on Twitch and tried to get the gay audience. So I'm always open to collaborating. And through those collaborations, if I find some long-term collaborators, I'd like to create a little team at some point that can. So instead of just me, it's like a team of co-hosts, not like The View, maybe like the anti-View. Um, yes, I don't mind reviewing videos, but I have two concerns about that. One is copyright. I never know what's copyright, and I every time I err on the side of caution, I tend to be okay, but every time somebody convinces me to take a risk, I always end up getting a copyright notice. Hey, Wombat. And so I'm very, very skittish about playing other material unless I'm pretty sure. Usually I play things from the panelverse, from people I know that I know if they have a problem with it, they can talk to me, we can resolve it. Um, I play things that I think that I can have contact with the original creator to clear it with if I need to. The other issue is I personally, when I'm watching streams, I like to see the people themselves. So if I'm on a stream and they're just sitting there watching a video for an hour, I tend to go find something else to watch. So there's that too. And my lamp is flickering. I don't know if y'all can see it. Yeah, it's showing up on the stream. My light bulb, it's like a haunted house. It's just, is that the electric circuit? What's going on here? But yeah, but I will try anything. I mean, I'm very experimental. I will play around. This is a, I think of this as many things. It's a third space hangout. It's a support network. It's kind of a classroom now and then when people have topics. Um, but it's also like a laboratory and a little incubator, like where we can try different things and projects and see what works and develop. We have oh my God, the graveyard of projects that we tried to start on here. We have so many games that we tried to get started. We were going to do a movie, a couple of movies. We had a script that my co-host wrote that we were going to do like a read through. We were going to live stream some Dungeons and Dragons games. We were going to play some co-op video games. All that stuff got discussed on here. Hey, Chuck, I did convert. I converted from Satanism to Christian Satanism. So stay tuned. We'll see where it goes. And I said last night that my chances of finding a trad husband are much higher, I think, in something like Christianity than they are in something like even a traditional gay bar. Pop culture trivia. Um, yeah, we could do trivia. If it's trivia from the 70s, 80s, 90s, maybe 2000s, I might know it. If it's pop culture trivia from today, I'm going to get to experience that intellectual humility that I seek out so fervently. And by the way, this is open panel, but it's only going for another hour and a half. I I don't want to Linda Carter. Don't listen to his noise. Humility at humiliation. Right. It's hard. So it's ego, pride. It's everything that fortifies the self, which is everything I'm about. Oh, sorry. I don't always read to the end when I post these comments. Oh, what's that story? I don't know if I would ever do that. I know people that pretend to like movies or bands that the person they like is into to get closer to them, but they're not really as into them. But the person thinks that, oh, I met another Taylor Swift fan, but the person's just really pretending to be the Taylor Swift. But religion is like a big like. I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even pretend to like a TV show just because somebody I liked it. In fact, me and the ex fought over plenty of movies that we didn't like, that we had opposite taste in. But a religion is an even bigger like I can't imagine changing religions for somebody, or even ideology, or even politics. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know anything about that background drama. Yeah, you know what though? I'm plenty of people's low cow too, so I have to be careful when I jump on the low cow bandwagon because that could so easily be me in that seat, and has been many times. Oh, sob sit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not big on. My best friend. I I have to remember this because I talk about how I've never I would never meet people like the Panelverse in real life. The Panelverse has put me in touch with people I never thought in a million years I would ever be talking to, much less getting to know, much less actually liking, and much less finding myself wanting to be friends with. Like that totally blows my mind. But then I have to remember my best friend. I met him when I was in college. He was a college student, but I was in college at the time I met him. And he was a two-time ex-convict felon. He was my drug buddy. We did psychedelics together. He was very working class, redneck. Um, and we were like, we moved to Vegas together. Um, very, very close. And he is, let me tell you, a conspiracy theory. He has you all beat. These conspiracy things that he comes up, and he is a sovereign citizen, and he is a what like permaculture, sustainable living, like off the grid living. He lives in his house. I think I haven't checked in with him in a while. He inherited a house from his dad, and he lives in it. It's in a subdivision, like a suburb of the city. But at one time, he was living in it, but with no power, no he had all the utilities cut off. He was just using it as a shell. And then he was gardening in the backyard and growing his own food. And he was living like in this visqueen tent inside the house with a bunch of dogs, like roughing it in the house. And the house had no power because he wanted to live off the grid. Like that's how detached from the system he is. And when I tell you, like he probably knows me better. We were probably closer than almost any other person in my life outside of Mike and family. He's all of the things that I encounter on here, but he was just one person, and so I just knew it as like that was a quirk of that one person. But we would get into these conspiracy arguments all the time. I would use logic with him all the time. He does that thing where he believes you can pay your debt by like writing something on the bill. There's something you supposedly can write on your bills and send it in, and then it clears your debt. He does that. So this stuff should not be as strange to me as it is if I keep remembering this one guy. and we were close. Like he was he has some of the same mental health issues that I have. He was when I needed support or needed to talk to someone or mental health support or like when I felt alone in the universe and I needed another person that could understand me and relate to me. It was him. But he was also this crazy conspiracy theorist and a sovereign citizen at the same time. See, I don't even know these people. I should probably be grateful. Like I said, my part of the panel verse, I came in through P.F. Young, the enlightened centrism sector. Um, the left version of that would be like Vosh's crowd, which I don't watch. Pacman, David Pacman, maybe Young Turks, Kyle Kulinski. Um, those are not my crowd, but the people. P.F. Young is like he's like the centrist sector that would be adjacent to that crowd. And then on the right, you have people like Andrew Wilson. I was part of the Crucible for a while. Um, and that's I met TML, Machine Lies, through Crucible. So that's my part of the Panoverse. It's not this sob sit truther, um, whatever this is, but this is where I found myself ever since. Like each sector has its locales. Like the gay bars, they used to all have their house drag queens. Like or like the in the rock days, each like CBGBs and they would have their house bands. So each sector is like a subculture and it has its little collection of Andy Warhol, Wild Side, Walk on the Wild Side characters. And we certainly have them in our side, in our in fact, OTW is making a whole card game, Paddleverse card game. Oh yeah, I looked. Speaking of milkshake, I looked at Kendra's channel and I watched some of the Jack Talcott appearance. And in fact, I should drop it. And I think I could do it. It doesn't look hard to do. She just goes through a list of questions, and I swear my browser sucks at pulling up history. What's today? First. All right. Let's see. Hang on. I have to find it because it's not titled Jack Talcott. She titles it like generically. So I have to find which. Anyway, go. I don't know how to find it. I can't host to do that right now at the same time. But there's an episode where Jack Talcott goes on Kendra, and I watched that. Control H. What does that do? Should I press it? I remember in the AOL days they would do that trick, that control. There was something you could tell people to press, and it would shut their computer down. And so people would go into AOL chat rooms and tell people, like, when people would complain about something, they'd be like, "Oh, try pressing Control F5 or something, and that should fix it." And then the people would disappear from the chat room because their computer got shut down. It was a troll. Um, Kendra G. I think her name is here. I could at least put her channel, and then if somebody finds the Talcott episode, Kendra G Media, she has 250,000 subscribers. She's a dating show, and you can go on there, and she spends about 5 minutes with you, and you could say what you're looking for, and she asks, then she asks you some questions to try to find out more about you. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to find a trad husband. You know me, I'm a lot to pack into 5 minutes, but if I can pull off my dream, the maximum ask would be a satanic daddy trad husband. But what I would settle for is just a plain old ordinary trad husband or just a daddy. So I'm gonna go in there and try to find a daddy slash trad husband. Oh. I think the lol cow milk brings more to the yard lately than the regular milkshakes. Seems to be. Oh Lord, let's see what you know what? I need another cup of coffee for this. So I'm gonna bring you on and I'm gonna let you blow and whatever you do, and then I'm gonna leave and come back. So here we go.
What is up, people? Your eyes do not deceive you. I'm taking over Jeff's show. I'm going to hold him accountable for once in his life, right? It's a new dawn. It's a new day, and I'm feeling fine. And that's what's up. Jeff, you and me go way back, bro, right? You and me go way back. We're supposed to be collaborators. We've got our own Twitch channel that was madly successful. We made millions of dollars together, and you can't even give me a effing wrench. You can't even give me an effing wrench. I'm not one of your little simp chumps who's going to pay $25 for a wrench. Who's out here paying $25 for a wrench? Why? Why would you? I don't even understand that, right? I don't understand. There's one thing I like about a wrench. There's a few things, right? There's two things. Wenches beg for wrenches. I don't beg for wrenches. I demand a wrench. There's a difference. There is a difference. I'm trying to post links. I'm trying to help you out. I'm kind of annoyed that you're having a show right now because I'm trying to get shit done. But no, I got to watch the most interesting
All
show
right,
on
I'm back. I
YouTube.
have no idea what he's been saying, but I'm back. So
Give me a
welcome. What's
goddamn
up?
wrench. Our history together and our
I don't do
relationship,
wrenches. No, you
and I
you
can't
can
have a
rent
wrench.
one for 20 bucks a
Fuck
day.
no.
Yeah.
You can go suck on a bag of
Yeah, and then
guess
we
what?
leave a deposit, and if you turn it at the end of the day, you get your deposit back.
I don't even know what that means. Give me a wrench. I'm trying to post a
Actually,
link for you.
they're up for auction. People kind of, it's like name your own price, suggest a price. Because if you want a wrench for like 50, I'm not going to say no.
You know, this is why I hate you, because we have a relationship and you always try to undermine it. You always try to act like we don't have something special, you and me, right? Pretty soon, some other people are going to come up here and ruin the show, right? They're going to get in
Well,
between you and me. We are the dream team, Jeff, and I've been trying to tell you that
what
for a
can
long
we do
time.
about it? What
You give me a wrench, first off, because I'm trying to post the Talcott link, dum dum.
Just post it in the back. I'll put. Oh, the Talcott link. Yeah, just drop it
Yeah.
in the back. I'll post it.
No, give me a damn wrench. Perma wrench.
That that's not the way to get your
even
wants
when
met for
even
me.
when you piss me off, Jeff, I still
Well, how do
hold
you?
you
You're a
dearly in my
grown
heart.
man, so how do you handle your anger when you get pissed off? Let's talk about that. Because you use the word hate, how you hate me, and now you're pissed off.
Did I say I hate you?
Yeah.
Oh, even when I hate you, I could have said that.
And
Sorry.
but at the same time, you were concerned about keeping the specialness of the relationship and not letting. No, he's not. But I worry that he could be a proxy. Like people could get the idea that that's the type that I'm drawn to, and it's
Oh,
not.
so the reason you're single is because I'm on your show? I mean, are you really saying that? Are those the dots you're connecting?
The reason that I'm single is because you're on my show? No. The reason I'm single has nothing to do with you.
Hold on, hold
Turn
on.
that
I gotta
off.
pause. I gotta pause it.
No, he's not getting a wrench. Unless he can get the wrench the same way everybody else gets one. He could send a message through Benjamin. Oh my God, I've never had a work husband before. But he did. He talked me and he created an entire Twitch channel because he heard that's where all the gays were. And he talked me into hosting a show with him on Twitch to try to build up an audience of the gays. Like we were gonna, He wanted to work the gays. That was all his idea. But you know what? He is good practice of if I ever do get back into a relationship. It's like bringing back all the memories of, oh yeah, I remember this sometimes how it was. But when you find the right person, none of this happens. So don't take this is an indication of a relationship that I would approve of as healthy and functional. Okay, well I'll let him do that while he. And if somebody else wants to come and join in the fun, we still have an hour and about 20 minutes. His words, not mine. All right. Meantime, what else is going on? Let's see. Kamala Harris trails Donald Trump in 5 new battleground polls. But those polls are going to fluctuate all over the next few months. You're back? Okay.
Sorry about that. I'm just like a very popular man.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Okay.
I'm getting a taste of the life myself.
Yeah, it's I'm an A-list 2B actor. It's
So we were on your hatred and anger.
I don't have hatred and anger. I just said that
You did 2 minutes ago.
I said even when I hate you, but I mean the truth is, bro, I don't hate you. Even when I'm mad at you, I still like you.
Maybe you should hate me if I'm so bad for you.
I didn't say you're bad for me.
It seems like I am. I pissed you
Maybe
off.
that is that the question? Maybe that's a good question.
Like,
should I ban you from my life? Will my life be better without you?
Should you quit me?
Yes, like
because you had for a while and it seemed to be going okay. I mean,
I didn't quit you.
I was fine.
I didn't quit you.
Yeah, there was a while where you kind of did your own thing. You started doing your verticals.
Wait, why did our show stop anyways? Did we get into a fight?
We only did the one. Well, the movie review stopped because I couldn't make it through Brokeback Mountain, so that one's on me. And the Twitch show stopped because we only did it one time and we couldn't figure out how to get an audience. And then the only other time I went on Twitch was the gay Satanist, and that's when I got canceled from the Satanist. That happened on Twitch. So I have not had good experiences with Twitch.
On my show, you got canceled? Gay Satanist?
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
I got canceled by the Satanist. I did a whole stream about it. This was a local. It's a non-profit. It's an actual 501c or whatever with the state. And I joined, and I got canceled by the Satanists because they were saying that.
Did you do a show on that?
The majority of child people that get caught with child pornography are Christians. And I challenged that. I said I don't even think they track by religion. Like, what do you have anything to back that up? And they all mobbed me and attacked me, and
wait. This is interesting. You were on what? A gay Satan show?
Yeah, on Twitch.
And it wasn't yours?
It was not mine. It was others.
Oh,
it was actually. Let me correct. It was queer Satanist, and I think that was part of the problem, part of the difference.
Well,
I did a whole stream on it. I don't remember which one, but
I can't keep up with all your streams. You put out so much quality content.
I know I can't even keep up. I'm waiting for the AI to index it all for me.
So that's why you disrespect me. You undermine our relationship.
But disrespect is subjective.
Can I finish? You talk over me. You talk over me.
We got to take this one bite. You can't throw a whole bunch on the pile at once.
This is not it.
It's like Lucy and the Chocolates.
This is the intro.
Chocolate at
I've seen it. Okay, I've seen it. This is not what I'm talking about. Let me finish.
So let's get to the disrespect. The disrespect part.
No.
You're doing it right now to me and then accusing me of doing it to you.
You're interrupting me in the middle of my goddamn take. Don't you understand how this works?
Because
I have to have my take, and
respect.
then you have a take.
I'm interrupting you to talk about respect.
But that's not the take. The take is Let me
Do
rephrase
I
this. Let
have
me
a? Is
rephrase it.
this an equal relation? Do I have a voice of this too, or is it just
Let me
all what
rephrase
you
this.
think?
Let me rephrase this. I'm going to rephrase this.
It's just not a
You
dialogue.
do a lot of things that I disapprove of, right? Comma. Now this is the whole crux of this sentence. And then you go and do something like that, which
Like
is
what?
awesome, like something honest and honorable, and you stand up against the idiots of today. Because let's face it, it would be better for your cause if PDF files were all Christians, but you wanted to stand up for the truth. And some people, they want to, let's just,
But I stand on
they,
the side of truth. I don't
yes,
sacrifice
yes.
truth just for a cause.
That's why you are amazing, Jeff. That's why you're amazing, because it would be better for your cause if PDF files were all Christians. It would be like, oh, look, see, Satanists are better than Christians. But you stand on the truth, and I admire that in you, Jeff. That was the whole point of that. So go ahead.
Does that cancel out the disrespect and all that other stuff? Probably not, because you're still going to find a way to harp on it. I'm sure. But I want to talk about respect because
Okay.
that's subjective. Like some people could think me wearing this T-shirt is disrespectful, but so that's on them. I can't take I'm not accountable for every little thing you find disrespectful.
Am I supposed to
Okay,
respond to
good.
that?
Glad we agree on all that.
Am I supposed to respond to that? I'm thinking about that. But here's the thing. You say disrespectful things and you act like you're not.
No,
I don't mind. I
no,
no can and then
hang
you
on.
talk over
This
me
is
all the
my show.
time.
I'm taking control of this conversation. I statements. Do I feel disrespect? Not what I do, but how you experience on your end. So there's times when you feel disrespected by me, or you feel that I do things that are disrespectful to you. But I, in my mind, I'm not intending that when I do them.
I disagree.
No, I'm
I
telling you, I'm not.
disagree.
Unless you just think I'm lying to you.
I think you're lying.
You think
Maybe
I'm
you're lying.
deliberately like, oh, here's a chance to disrespect Barney. Let me take it.
Yeah, because it's always the same thing. Anything you say with less volume and kind of slightly under your breath, but loud enough for everyone to hear, you know it because you
You're
change your
just a
whole voice.
hothead. You're just volatile and a hothead, and that stuff affects you more than it. But I do that with everybody.
Listen, we're just talking about me and you. Just because you do it to everyone, then you disrespect everybody.
But it affects you in a particular way that it doesn't everybody else. So you are part of the equation.
Yeah, I am part of the equation. Maybe because I value our relationship more than the other people.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing. Not that there's anything wrong with our relationship, but it's intact. My big issue is when you come on and start attacking my guests. Like I have to protect my guests. It's less about me. It no, Dobez, this is what's called a bit. This is production. This is content creation. I wouldn't take a syllable of this seriously.
Okay, see that right there? That's disrespectful. You're just
Oh, you were
disrespecting.
being serious?
Yes, what? Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Everything I talk about.
I didn't think anything on here was serious.
This is serious.
This is YouTube. This is Panelverse.
Well, when we're degenerates that spend too much time on YouTube, this kind of is our life. You can say what you want about that, and maybe you could be right, but it is what it is. Some people get their panties in it. You see all these videos, all these hate videos where they spend all this time trashing other people. Like that's not me. I don't know. I don't think you've done that, but
What was disrespectful? Me? Don't take his side.
it, it's true. It's true.
Well, then my answer to somebody that finds me disrespectful is
Don't say
you're
it. Don't
choosing
say
to keep
again,
yourself
again,
in my
again,
presence.
again, again.
Because if somebody disrespected me, I would remove myself from that person. That's how I would handle it. I'd be like, okay, I'm not going to be around this person that just
You and me
disrespected me.
obviously are not the same, right? I don't have antlers on my head, among other things. We differ greatly. Okay. I don't like that you're always trying to throw me away. Stop
I'm
trying to
not.
throw me away. Stop backing me into a corner
How,
and leaving me
you've
the
been you've been
ultimate.
sitting
It's
on the
all
panel though.
ultimatums.
How is this throwing you away? We're sitting here having a conversation.
Okay, here you go again, denying what you're doing, right? You're like, if you don't like it, get the F out. That's basically what you're
Well,
saying.
show me the throwing away. Because right now I see you on
Because
my
you
screen. I'm
said,
talking to you.
okay, okay, here we go. Do you really not see what you're doing? I mean, you know what you're doing.
You
Or
said
it's
I'd throw you away, and I'm looking for the part where I throw you away
okay.
because you're
Okay, here we go.
still in front of
The
me. Like I
part,
don't see you away.
the part where okay. Anytime I want to talk to you about something, your answer is, well, if you don't like it, get the F out, which is to me throwing me away, right? This ultimatum relationship.
Oh, see,
But
that's
we
not
have
throw.
something
Look,
special.
this would be throwing you away. That's throwing you away. Telling you that if that you can choose to, you can choose your experience. If you're choosing the experience of disrespect, if you continue to stay around someone that's disrespectful you. So I was just pointing out options that you have. That is not throwing you away.
It is a tactic used.
But
You're
you
trying to, you're trying. Are we fighting for who's in charge of this relationship? Is that what it is? Because that's a tactic used. Hey, if you don't like it, get the F out. You know,
did
it's
did
kind of
you
it's
did
kind
you
of like a
ever feel
threat.
at any point that you were in charge? Do you even want to be in charge?
I think being in charge might be the wrong word, but
Might be what?
might be the wrong word. But usually in relationships, if
Lead? Do you want to take the lead?
listen, I'm trying to. If you would stop interrupting me, that would be helpful. That's probably step one.
That I think you mistake. You're not good at dialogue is the problem because you think dialogue is interruption. But if you want a monologue, I'll go on mute and go ahead.
No, here you go again. Okay, thank you. No, that's good. Yeah, mute anytime I'm talking. I appreciate that. In relationships, here's how I define the best relationships. The best relationships, and let's talk about romantic relationships. Of course, you and me are not involved in a romantic relationship. Sorry for the panelers. Sorry for the chatters.
A
That's not what we have
bromantic
going on here.
relationship.
It's yes, it is bromantic. Thank you. See, now that was not a bad interruption. Like that was cool. That was timely. It was clever. It was funny. That's a good.
So
I
it's
don't even
not that I
call it
interrupt.
interruption.
It's just the quality of the interruptions. If I make them good, I can get away with it.
Probably, yeah. I mean, if I'm being honest, if I'm being, and see, that wasn't bad either. That wasn't bad
That's
either.
very empowering because now I'm in control of the how the interruptions go if I choose the right thing. So that
Yeah.
gives me more power to affect the outcome.
So it sounds like you're just fighting for power. But honestly, let's get to it. I'm trying to make a point here. In romantic relationships, it seems like the ones that are the best, the people that are in the most love, are the ones where they're equally yoked, right? Isn't that the dream? To fall equally in love with someone with the equal reciprocation of love? Like, isn't that the best? Isn't that what we're all looking for? I think so, right? But sometimes relationships aren't like that. Sometimes relationships are to the point where one person loves the other one more, and the other one's not. It's like, if they leave, I don't care. I'll just life goes on, and life does go on, and people get over things. But some people don't want to break up more, and you always like to flex it. You're like, well, if you don't like it, then just there's the door. You know, you just want to flex your BDE energy all over my face, and it's like, bro, why don't you just admit that you like me? Let's work on this,
You're
and
not
let's go
taking this
straight to
into
the
baby
top.
reindeer stalker territory, are you?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Because you did have me watch that movie. That might have been the first stage.
Well, bro, I'm being stalked. You know my story and the backstory a little bit. I don't know how
So
much I
you wouldn't
told
do it
you.
to someone else.
Even if regardless of whether it's happening or not to me, which it is, it's not. I've never felt that way about anybody. I mean, who knows? Maybe if I feel some bond that we build, maybe I'll go complete batshit crazy. I didn't think that I would be stalked and harassed and whatever, but no, I don't feel that urge. No, absolutely not. I may be
Okay. Like,
annoying
wait,
and
but the
loud,
part
but I'm
about
not.
like one person being more attached than the other.
What about it?
That part. So go ahead. I'm gonna go back on mute. You were saying, but you were
No,
saying the
don't mute.
ideal, but then the reality of relationships is it's not always equal.
It's not always equal, and I feel like you're trying to always put yourself a little bit higher than me so you can look down on me. It's like, look, midlife, bro
And
logic. You
I
can be
feel
here.
like
You
you
can be
put
here.
yourself a little lower than me so I could look down on you so you could play victim. Like you're crouching down and then pointing at me and saying, "See, you're putting yourself all up and looking down at me when you're the one crouching."
Look, this isn't Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, bro. I don't know. I'm just calling it like I see it. If there's something you specifically see, I am always open to the possibility that I'm wrong.
Okay, I'm very solutions oriented. What do you want
Okay.
from me? What can I do? How do we solve this?
But then there's the other problem is like maybe you're right. Maybe I do like the shtick. Maybe I like to come on here and argue like a biatch. Is that my problem?
I think it was the freak that said let the Panoverse allows men to get in touch with their feminine side. That, and I think maybe that like you're getting to indulge in something that's important for you.
Which is what being feminine. What am I going to do? Start cross dressing next?
Well, we've been talking about that on the stream lately about like what you're doing right now. Why does it have to be feminine? Why can't it just be a man being sensitive or having emotions? Why does it have to be framed as feminine?
Because maybe you've drilled that into me, and you
No, do
always
you
say that.
feel
No,
feminine?
no, you always say that. Don't deny this, Jeff. You always say I'm the girl in the relationship. I'm the gay. Like you
Yeah.
planted that seed, and I consider
All right. Well, how do we
maybe
undo all this
maybe I
gender
am acting
trauma
like a
that I did
maybe I
to you?
am acting like a bitch. Jeff just called me a bitch. He does all the time. Transgender Jesus saves.
Well, you just did yourself.
Well, I'm just trying to openly and honestly see what's going on here, right? No walls, right? You see what I'm saying? Trying to figure out what's going on here.
I I'm getting a little tiny tinge of guilt is starting.
Is that how I control
You're
you?
you're right. Like
Did I do it on purpose?
it I'm not the only one doing it. It's the impression of many people, and you've referred to it yourself. But feminizing it, I think, is not helpful. So I apologize for that,
You
and
don't
I
have
should
to.
really try to stop doing that. I think if you're having feelings and you're feeling vulnerable and you're feeling sensitive and all that, I think that that's fine, and it doesn't have to be the feminine like the feminine association with it doesn't need to be there. It can be left aside.
Unless it's true. Should it be put on here?
No, I think you're
Maybe it needs
having
to be.
feelings and you're being sensitive. So I think that's okay. And you don't it doesn't have to be you being feminine or being a bitch or getting in touch with your female side or whatever. It could just be Barnabas is having these feelings and he's communicating them.
Mm.
And so if I made it seem like you were girly or less than or that you're womanly for doing that, I need to take that back and apologize.
I mean, do you? I don't know.
Yeah,
Now
I do. I
I don't
feel
think I like
bad.
that
That's what I'm
either.
saying. I'm
I don't think
feeling
I like
I'm
that
feeling a
either.
twinge of badness. I feel bad for having done that. It feels like a a bully or an asshole thing to do.
Right.
And honestly, if you were a client that came to me and talked about this, I would say to the client, "Oh, you're being female, or that's all feminine bullshit. You're being a bitch." That's not how I would address it professionally. So I shouldn't address it with you that way either.
Am I? Maybe I'm treating you like a straight dude. Is that the problem?
Why would you be treating a gay guy like a straight dude? What is straight and gay anymore anyway?
Uh, Gay is when a man looks at a hairy butt and gets an erection. Full stop.
Only if he's a top. A bottom might not get an erection.
Hold on. All right. Should I look at the comments or not? I feel like is there anything good in the
I don't know
comments?
what's your goal because I find it can be a distract. If I'm trying to focus, they can be distracting. So if
I
you're,
thought we were making good content. I thought we were getting to like the core of something here.
I
The
feel like
discussions.
we are. I know there was a little change in me, a little bit. I was starting to see something about myself that people are always trying to point out things about me and accuse me of like not having self-awareness of, but I was starting to see something about myself that I was not happy with, that I need to look at and pay attention to and do something about. So that rarely happens with me. So I know you came here for progress with you, but I actually feel like some of it's happening with me too.
Wow.
But I don't want to hijack your progress, so let's get back to you
Oh, okay.
because you need it more than me.
There it is again.
I see. I just undid the
There it
whole.
is again.
Oh God.
There it is again. It's always there, Jeff. You're always throwing little jabs,
Well, I'm a
which is like
Satanist. What do you want
it's
from me, dude?
no, it's like it's funny. I like it. That's how straight dudes talk to each other. I think I'm turning you straight.
Well, I think you came to be gay because I didn't have
There
to
it is
do
again.
much.
There it is
No,
again.
I'm being
There it
very
is again.
honest. Like I
Calling
remember
a
when you
straight man
first
gay.
showed up, you were like this. So I was trying to think, does that mean I was turning him gay? And I'm like, no, he came to you this way.
I think you should. I mean, bro, you're a rising star in the YouTube community. You got your numbers are great.
See, you're not getting
Your
high
fans are
ratings from
fanatic.
my producer's giving me the let's move it on, move it along, wrap it up, move it along. Next segment.
Okay. I mean, listen.
This is very like this is more like The View and our Oprah, and this is not really a View Oprah channel, but we can if you bring
No,
that
no, no.
energy to it and you
Listen.
want a space for that.
Let me say something and sound like an even bigger bitch, right? I'm going to sound like an even bigger bitch. But here's the truth, Jeff.
I just
No,
feminized it again.
no matter what, I want you and your channel to do good. And if I get in your way, I'll have to. You
Well,
just
that'll
show me.
be on me. I mean, that's just because I didn't kick you.
If I'm bad for the show, just be like, psst,
Well,
you
according to
fucking.
my producer, you are right now. So
Can
he
we
would
move
say,
on to how you and Barney are going to co-create something or something that has
yeah, like focus
created
on the solution, like going forward, unburdened by all this past stuff.
the future?
Yeah, like where do we
We're
go
trying to get
from here?
Jeff. You're going to go in Kendra G.
Yeah.
Do you want to practice again?
I watched some of the Talcott video last night, so I have a sense of her format.
I didn't watch it yet.
Speaking of, you were going to post the link in the back.
Did you give me a fucking wrench yet?
No, just post it in the back.
No, no. Okay, this is the problem. This is the problem. Is it wrong for me to demand VIP status? I feel like I'm VIP.
Yeah, it's wrong
I'm not.
to demand
Maybe I'm not
anything.
top. I'm not top, but bro. Oops, that sounds gay. I'm not the top. Wait a minute. I don't want to say top around you. Let me rephrase that. Let's look at my thesaurus. Let's see here. I feel like I should have VIP status. I feel like I should have perma wrench. Even
The tribe is speaking. Are you
even
watching?
when
Are
I'm
you hearing it?
even when I'm mad at you, I will never do anything to mess you up. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I'm not spiteful.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
bitter. I'm
that you
not
will.
angry. I'm
I
not
don't
that.
worry about you in that way.
So I need a wrench right now, permanently, so I can post links to help you out. I've got that link right on my right little clicker, and I'm ready to drop it like a deuce. Let's go.
Put it in the back chat and I'll post it.
You're such an asshole. This is why I can't stand you. You think I'm going to pay $25 for something?
And you know we got Daddy's coming home soon.
Yeah, I got to get out of here when he shows up. I can't take it. But that's fine.
All right,
yeah.
here is the Jack Talcott, Kendra. Thank you, Barney, for posting the link.
Wait, do people hate me or do they secretly love me on your show? That's what I want to know. I does Liliana pay to get me off, so maybe she truly hates.
My audience tends to be pretty good faith,
So they really
whatever they're saying, I would kind of go by it as a.
if you give him a Moose has a wrench. Fucking Moose. Am I bad for the show?
He can buy a rent. Like I told him he could rent a rent.
No, I'm not one of your little fanboys. I'm not a
And
groupie.
Moose has a comp wrench because I owed him a membership. So that's why he has.
I'm not one of your little groupies giving BJs underneath the freaking bleachers, bro. Okay, right?
I don't have I don't know what my groupies are doing.
You have
under
groupies,
bleachers. I don't
bro.
hang
You're a
out with
rising
groupies
star.
under bleachers. I don't
Jeff?
know what world you come from.
You are a rising star. You produce original content, right? You don't even look at people beside you because they're all behind you in your dust, bro. I see you going straight to the top. You're amazing. When you hit this Kendra G, you're probably not even gonna let me up. There it is. See you, Jeff. Kick me off.
Oh, this is. I I'm not gonna kick.
You have to kick me off, dum dum.
No,
She
no.
paid
I
five
I've
dollars,
said before that censorship is. I do not agree to censorship. That if you send a super chat asking me to mute or kick someone, I do not guarantee that you're gonna get what you paid for. But I'm also thinking of a way to give Liliana something for her super chat. In fact, hang on, I gotta play.
bro. No,
Gotta
you got to
celebrate.
kick me
First,
off.
we celebrate
Get your
super chat.
money's worth.
This is community support. This is not me, just me getting $5 or whatever. This is somebody thinking that this community has enough value to contribute in some kind of way to it. I see this as community support. I see this as the community growing, and that is worth celebrating. So first, we celebrate super chats.
Hey, if Moose is such a good producer, Moose, dickhead, where is Gen X Jeff's super chat song? You know, like
Well,
you can't just play the intro song
where is
and
it from you? Are you audition? Are you trying to displace him?
you don't even give me
We
a
could have like a
no, no, no,
competition.
no. You're a little
America's next top YouTube producer,
yeah.
and whoever
Listen,
may the best man win.
listen. You've been watching too many rom coms, dum dum,
I
and
don't
you
watch rom
and how do
coms.
yeah you do, and that's
How
how
do
I
you
know
know
you're
what I
gay.
watch? I could even sit through Brokeback Mountain. That was your movie.
Dude, you watch Survivor, which is the gayest of the gay. Even if I watch straight up gay porn, it would be less gay than Survivor
I
Australia.
don't know
So
what's gay
gay.
about
But listen,
Survivor.
you want two men pining for your affection by uh, producing and competing with each other for super chat songs. No thanks. You don't even give me a freaking wrench. And Moose has a wrench. Moose, where's his super chat song? Huh?
$5 for 5 minutes. Does that sound fair? Okay. All right. Starting 9:05. So 9:10. 9:10. You know, I was on the fence there and I was weighing, do I honor Liliana's request? Do I not? And I know that reading the room is not a strong point suit for all of us. It's not for me either, certainly. But that was your opportunity to sway it your way. I thought that was me, but it might be. Oh, who's Josh? What is this some other drama? Okay, wait, I need to hang on. I need to map this from I need to get my notes. So, who is BSBT and what is his relation to the panelverse? I need to work on my murder board too. Maybe I'll go out and get some yarn. Oop, yawn. I hope that wasn't a Freudian. Um, take your wrench. I don't want to take your wrench if you like you. It was for I'm taking them all back at the end of the night, and then people can re-rent them tomorrow. But I don't want to take. Oh, you mean if you don't? No, don't time them out. Paul. So he's another one from. I don't know. This is my first time. I've seen his name around, but I don't really know him. So BSBT is also from the unslavia sector. Wow, there's like half the panelverse comes out of Paul. No, I don't. If he times you out, he will lose his wrench. I don't want anyone modding, except for there's one free. Was it 10-second timeout with each wrench? So I guess he can do you for 10 seconds. It Paul Unslaved. I think he's under Pimp Unslaved at Pimp Unslaved now. But he in a way he's kind of doing similar to what I'm trying to. He's trying to empower like self empowerment. He has a completely different approach. It's more like the military style where he curses you out and breaks you down and makes you feel like shit about everything about yourself and then like tries to rebuild you back up in a different way. So you can watch. In fact, I would recommend Barnabas went on his show one day, and they had a very interesting exchange. And so you can get kind of a sample of what Paul's about watching him work with Barnabas, and you can compare it to my attempts to work with Barnabas. And so in a way, he's kind of doing similar. Like if we were at a conference, a personal growth conference or self empower conference, he'd probably fit in there roughly, although he has a very different way of doing it. And he's also like a soft sit. He does a lot of work about what is it? How to get out of tickets or how to fight. Like he fights cases in court. I think he just won something in court, and so he's part of that movement, kind of truther, soft sit, self empowerment. Man, like men helping men be better men type thing. But a lot of people, Jack Talcott, Moose, Alumatami, Snafu Snaps, BSBT, a lot of the uh, I don't want to call them players, but a lot of the characters in the Panoverse seem to have emerged from Paul's community. Oh, wait, is the court after you too? What are you do? You seem you seem so upstanding. So, and I don't come from that world at all. Like I've had a ticket or two that I earned, I acknowledge, I paid, I keep my license updated. When I had a vehicle, I kept all my tags updated. So I don't feel like I'm enslaved by the system. Like I said, I had that one friend that was a conspiracy theorist and sovereign citizen. So he would probably, like, that friend would fit right in with that crowd. Oh, I definitely understand those calls. Yep. Uh, I'm going to wrap up here in about 40 minutes anyway, and I'll be on later. Take care, Dobez. Great chat yesterday, and I look forward to more. And like I said, we'll be out here Monday. All right. It looks like there's chat drama going on that I'm unfamiliar with. All right. Well, midlife, your 5 minutes is up if you want to come back. Otherwise, I have something at the top of the hour, so I can go until then, and then I have errands to run, and I'll open up another one this afternoon. Hank, you had traffic like I think did I ever try to fight it? No, I didn't fight. All right, Louisiana is complicated because they have this thing, and it's different by city. So some cities, the town I lived in, had this thing where like a certain day of the week at a certain time, you could go line up outside of the is it the district attorney or some office, and you could go and talk to. He was an old black man. And you could go and talk to him about your ticket and explain it, and then he would decide if he would throw it out or not. And I did that one day on one ticket, and he threw mine out. But then in another city I lived, it was illegal if you tried to influence an official to throw out your ticket. So what was legal in this one city that they actually set aside a day for, if you tried it in this other town, you got an additional ticket or fine or something. So that's how different the laws were from one town to the other. And I did the one thing where I went and I talked to this old black man and he threw out my ticket. And that's the only time I've fought a ticket. Normally if I got a ticket it's because I earned the ticket and I just pay it. Hey
Well,
Hank,
even if you earn a ticket, they have to mind their P's and Q's, or they can't enforce it. So
they have to
always
what?
fight. They have to they have to cross their T's
I know, but
and cross,
I
cross
don't
their
feel
lines.
good about like using loopholes to get out of accountability or responsibility for something that I actually am responsible for. It seems kind of weaselly on my part and not good civic practice. And so it's
I,
just like a personal moral thing, I guess, with me.
yeah, but it's a tax collection anyways, so it's my civic duty to fight it.
But I don't have a problem with taxes either. Like I like that we have ways to fund society and keep it going.
Yeah, taxation is rent. Doesn't mean I have to pay extra.
Well, it fluctuates with the needs and decisions of the body politic.
But yeah, today I'm going to try to debate Jared Busk. It's
Who?
uh,
Oh, TCPS?
yes.
What channel?
We don't know yet, but I have a channel myself, and I have paid StreamYard. So I could always host it myself. But it's pretty much. I saw what he has to offer. It looks like Red Pill to me. It looks like Red Pill. I'm about to go to his last video and see and take his talking points and find a Red Pill person who said the same thing he did. It just sounds like Red Pill. He says it's not Red Pill. It's a carbon copy in my opinion. So I'm
Did
gonna
he
bail
have
on that.
what? How is he present the topic?
So he's presenting. He's repackaging old Red Pill stuff in the candy wrapper of anthropology. So
Oh, right. Okay, so it's going to be one of those topics.
yeah, so we haven't agreed to a resolution yet, but that's where I'm coming from, and I'm done with red pill stuff because it's not the theory's not proven. I'm a blue pill person. We can't reduce people picking to magic rituals. We can't make someone pick us because we perform a magic ritual like semen retention or going to church. Because it's just personal preference.
What what is blue pill?
Blue pills when you pretty much when you say red pills when you say someone can you make someone pick you by performing rituals and the like.
Wait,
And blue
red
pills
pill is
off.
about ritual, love rituals? That's
Yes,
I watched the red pill documentary. That's what I go off of. When
yeah. I
define
watched it
like to
too.
define the red pill.
Yeah.
But they didn't have anything about that in there.
Well, pickup is ritual, right?
Oh, right. So the PUA sector is I separate that from the red pill. That's like a little fringe subset of the red pill. But the when I'm talking about red pill, I'm not talking about PUA at all. I don't consider myself that, but I do consider myself men's rights advocate.
Yeah, I'm with the men's rights advocate, but many think it's too hard for me to distinguish personally because I
Oh,
watched Honey Badger Radio for years, but I can't really distinguish. It comes in one bundle for me. So
oh, okay. And I see such a big difference between Andrew Tate and some of the other people doing good work in the manosphere.
well, yeah, Andrew Tate's a scammer.
Yeah, he's more PUA. Like it's incels that want to get laid.
Well, yeah, it's the insults want to get made, and then divorced men who don't want to get fucked
And the
over in
red
court.
pill to me is more about the social and political issues that men face, like the discrimination, the harassment against them, the narrative of toxic masculinity, etc.
So at least the way I define blue pill is just the opposite. Just say the puree stuff don't work.
Oh, so the blue pill is saying that the PUA stuff doesn't work. That's what makes him blue pill. Hey,
Yeah,
Moose.
yeah.
What's going on, fellas? I just wanted to let you know I timed somebody out for a whole 24 hours today.
Who?
And guess what? Right after I timed them out, numbers increased by 7 people because people don't want to see stupid shit in the chat. People don't want to see you talking sexually about other people in the chat. People don't want to see you acting like a child in the chat. Okay?
But also I want people to manage their own chat. Like they can block people or whatever because I want to keep the moderation powers with me for now.
That's why I told you to take the wrench because I am I am brutal with it. I'm brutal with it. You got to cut some of these people out. They're not trolling like Mike Cerrone. They're trolling other ladies in the chat. They're trolling your biggest contributor right now.
With who
Do you
specific
know
is
that
it one
Lil Lana
person?
gave you $60 yesterday? 40 or $60?
Chuck, there's
Chuck
something
Is
else.
it
Chuck
one
gave
is it the
somebody
one
too.
particular person?
Yeah, it was just one person that got timed out, but I'm just saying when you see that the numbers jump up and they stay up and they stay solid, you know that people in the crowd don't want to hear that crap.
Wait, say that again. Oh, I say I don't look at my numbers. That's part of the problem. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
Christian.
always watching numbers.
yeah, you can give me his wrench. So I
Because
don't
I
do
will go,
anything in
my
chat.
mental health will be seriously impacted if I watch the numbers go up and down all day and figure out, oh, the numbers are dropping. What do I
Get
have to
that?
do to get the numbers up? I mean, I know that's the thing to do if you're a producer and a content creator, but I get absorbed into the content, and then I like to go with whatever wherever whatever flow the content's taking me in
Yeah, but the
more
chat
than
doesn't
what the
get to do
numbers are
that.
doing.
Yeah, what you're up here on stage doing and what the chat's doing is two separate matters. You're not
Because
supposed to be worrying
midlife
about the people.
drops numbers too a lot of times, and I still keep him going.
Yeah, what it wasn't
And in
midlife.
fact, you
I
can
didn't
come back
say.
up. Oh, wait, you're on here. He won't come up.
That's the thing, and he's like he acts like Cynthia. He pulls this fake drama out there after we've already reconciled, after we were already on a panel together and had great conversation. But he continues this joke, like it's
But
some.
is it? Aren't you the one like saying that it's all a bit? Like this is that's everything here is that.
He's the one who's afraid to come up. I mean, what's up with that?
Oh, it's not me then. I'm
So
never
I
afraid to
mean,
come up.
so how is it my problem? Like, how is it
No, it's.
anything to
I'm not
do
saying
with
it's a
me?
problem, but like you're saying it's a bit that he keeps going. But you're the one that says all of the Panoverse is a bit that people keep going. That none of it's real.
Oh, yeah, I don't believe hardly anything is real on here.
But yeah, if you want to be established, you can give me his wrench. I don't care enough about the chat.
Yeah, give it to somebody who doesn't care.
Or just let him do his thing. I don't. It doesn't make much of a difference to me.
The thing is that somebody taking a day off in the chat is not going to affect anybody but that person.
I
They're
know,
going to
but
take a
it's I
day
want
off.
I
He'll
want
get over it.
specific things for this channel, and I want to be able
He
to.
can click the link and come up.
I'm trying to find where the people show up once you time them out.
Oh, yeah, I know where. So go to your YouTube studio, and it will appear there. Wait, no, timeouts. No, timeouts don't appear in the studio. Only hidden. So you just
Right.
gotta scroll
That's
up.
what I'm only seeing hidden.
Yeah. So if you scroll up and just look for where Moose timed someone out, that's where you get timing back in.
Oh.
Yeah. So I time out.
Just
So if you time
time them
someone out
out
for
for
10
10
seconds, they
seconds and
come
come
back
back.
in. That's the way to get. That's the fastest way to get someone timed out back in. But if you hit someone, they'll show up in the YouTube studio under hidden users.
Let's see. Put user in time. It. Do I just change the time?
Yeah, you just change the timing back
Has
in.
been timed out for 10 seconds. Okay.
Yeah,
I
then
mean,
they'll
they're
be.
probably gone by now, but
But no, they're probably watching still. Here's the thing: there's a lot of
You let
videos
the
I'm
chat
watching down
take
chat.
over. You let the chat take over. You let the conversation die. As your producer, this is not how we fly. You're supposed to focus on performing. You're the actor on stage. You are
I'm
the
not a performer though.
but you're the speaker. Like when you stand on the stage, people are listening to you, right?
Well,
Right?
this is everyone. It's not just me on the stage though. I kind of take a back seat to the. I'm like the guy on the stage sitting on the side, like holding the little cards, moderating everything.
But you were the only one on the stage a few minutes ago before Hank jumped up.
Oh yeah, at the beginning. But now that people are on the stage, it's everybody's stage.
And Hank's eating. But we're gonna
Eh,
cut to a break right now, folks. If you've been sitting there watching this show today and you thought there was some entertainment or educational value in there, can you please hit that like button, pass the change jar around, and $1.99 if you think Moose is right, $2.99 if you think that Jeff is right, and $5.99 if you think Hank has the nicest outfit on.
Oh, I see what you did. You made yours cheaper, so it's gonna get more votes.
Well, I mean, that's what the Democrats do with bringing in illegals, right? Or you find out, your great grandfather's voted 3 times and he's been dead for 30 years. And it's like, whoa, who'd you vote for, Grandpa? Oh, all
well,
Democrat?
well, if you can have license to a music track you made, why not? Why shouldn't he be able to vote after he's dead? If he could hold rights after he's dead, why not include voting rights?
Gay Robinson, I'm not sure who you are. What do you want to come up and talk about?
Hit the link.
Yeah, I don't, she's in the back now, but I don't know
Oh,
who
okay.
she is or what she wants to talk about. So just type something in the back so I'll know what you're up to. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, you're not coming up. Wow, I just can't imagine being so desperate to go on a panel that's told you over and over that they don't want you on the panel. Is it like a ego thing, like to see if they can?
well, King Stephen already just lost his channel because he couldn't he wasn't very kingly, so
Yeah,
it
he
is
needs
probably
another
desperation.
place to go. He's like a rat without a hole.
Yes, so he wasn't.
So much of this seems like mental health to me.
Well, you're supposed to be saving people with mental health
I
problems.
c-
He's probably one of the hardest
no, I
cases
don't know
on
where you
here.
got the idea I'm supposed to be
So
saving people.
so King Stephen, if you pay King's ransom, that will sway Jeff because he does need the money. So
I
he would
say
have.
I say if he drops $100 bill on you, 99.99, I say he could come back up.
Mm-mm, that's corruption. That's how corruption starts. They could buy their way.
You're a Satanist,
I
okay? And
know. I'm not. I'm a
this is
Christian
why we can't
Satanist.
do this. You're not a
I'm a Christian.
Satanist.
Who's the Satanist now, trying to talk me into all this corrupt stuff?
I'm trying to help you pay the bills around here.
I know, but I've always had lines with that. That's been a weakness of mine. I'm very particular where my money come from, and there's just certain things that I will not do.
Well, he won't miss it anyways. He's a king, right? So he wouldn't. He won't. His pocket changed, right, Stephen?
And
You
Moose,
would
you're
get the money
100%
anyways.
right. If I take your advice and I didn't have the scruples that I do, I would see an increase in the numbers. But
If
I
that was
just have
Flow State's
personal
channel
lines
right
that
there,
make it hard for me.
Flow State has no line. If he sees a dollar bill, I mean,
Right.
he'll get on his knees and snort the dollars off the floor.
Yeah. And I already know I can't be like Flow State.
I mean, so that's why I don't understand why King Stephen doesn't like you very much. It's like you have higher standards than Flow State, and you're a Satanist. So
Well, he
like he
doesn't
should
really
be
like
trying to
anybody,
redeem
but
you.
I think he did like me and Steven ourselves didn't have any issue. He came after one of my guests that I had to kick him off, and that was
Yeah,
the issue, but it wasn't against me personally.
yeah. King Stephen really doesn't like anyone, but he didn't want to throw Officer Snaps on the bus before he could do things the easy way. So, and that's probably why he lost his channel.
Hey, Fatty.
It's too
Fatty, we
young.
still need to do our thing that we talked about too. We were going to go over that DEI stuff.
2 dudes, 1 DEI panel.
Yeah, Fatty had some stuff he wanted to show me that's going on where he is that we were going to like some articles and documents we were going to break down.
Yeah, we got to stop that stuff. That DEI is going to take over. and it's gonna be bad.
Oh, it's even worse. I started looking at the one here in the state again, and it's even worse than I thought. In fact, I thought about doing another stream on it, and I got so upset reading it. I'm like, I can't even like expose myself to this right now. It's getting bad. They're even breaking it down to like in the workplace, this whole list of like personality traits that they monitor for like respect, how you talk to someone. Like we're having the nice police. It's going to turn into the nice police where they're going to police how everybody acts and talks around other people.
Ah, well, isn't that what you do?
No, I have parameters here that I have to keep the kind of conversations going that I designed this channel for. They're very minimal, they're very loose, and outside of that, I think I give people pretty much free reign to express themselves here.
I don't really see much of a difference personally. So
I mean, you get to say what you want.
yeah, but I get to see what I want at work, and I work for a megacorp, so they have to have bullshit DEI anyways.
Yeah, I pretty much get to say what I want at work too. Back when I used to do all that, but that's because I specifically looked for places where I could do that.
Yeah, only thing that really gets you in trouble is workplace violence.
Yeah, but now everything's violence these days. That's what I'm saying. If you talk to a coworker the wrong way, it's violence. If
No, no,
if the coworker feels uncomfortable, it's violence. If they think you're yelling, it's violence. If they think you're aggressive, it's violence.
well, no. For my workplace violence, if you have to just actually threaten an attack, that would be
Like a verbal
possible.
threat, you have to
Yeah, like
verbally.
I'm going to make you a knuckle sandwich or something, and mean it too.
And in mine, in my last, it's if somebody feels unsafe around you is the standard. Not that you actually did something, but that the person doesn't feel comfortable working around you.
Yeah.
That creates a workplace issue right there. If
Hey
there's a
Jeff,
coworker that doesn't feel comfortable, that is a workplace issue.
So
you
so
remember?
I
Wait,
would
hold
do.
on. Hey, hold on. You remember that the day I came on here and I told you about that girl at work that when I was working at the museum, the one who was all jealous of me and
Yeah,
whatever, and
yeah.
saying,
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah. And
saw her at the
your
fair
supervisor
today.
said to ignore her.
Yeah, I saw her at the fair today. It was hilarious. I just smiled.
Oh, did she say anything?
Oh yeah, she said something to some of the people that she was with or whatever, and I just walked by with my daughter and my wife and whatever, and we went and we got on the Ferris wheel, and it was hilarious though. Yeah, like when you see people out there that has like said something dirty to you, and then like you're doing better than when you knew them, it's like it's a good feeling. It's a good
Yeah,
feeling.
the best revenge is living well. And I want to hear about the fair too, but I also want to let you know that we have Barney in the back too.
All
Apparently,
right,
he's wanting to come on.
bring Barney in the back. I'll be back.
All right,
Uh,
Barney from the block.
thanks for allowing me back. Something
Yeah,
happened on your show and just slid over it. And I want to applaud and sorry, I'm not using the setup. I'm doing,
you're breaking up.
sorry, I'm not at my desk. I'm doing
Okay.
things. But Hank is amazing. Hank just pulled a an Emperor's New Clothes kind of thing, so to speak. And he hit the nail right on the head. And this is one of my things I always say about you. And this is the perfect example. You sat here and we're talking about some free speech and you don't like policing speech. And then Hank, like the kid with the emperor with no clothes, he's like, don't you do that here? And
No,
then
but
all
this
of a
is not
sudden,
a free speech
and then
zone.
here you go, like interrupting. You won't let me,
This is not a. This
right
is
when I get you the crux, you interrupt.
this is not a free speech chat. It never has been. I've been very clear about that. So go ahead.
You say it is. You say it is. Now when it's convenient, it's not.
I've never made the
You
claim
never
this
let
is a
me
free
finish,
speech.
Jeff. You never, anytime I get close to the truth, anytime I get close to holding you accountable.
Okay, if you're saying a point, if you're making a statement, you can continue. If you're just blowing noise, I gotta wrap up here soon.
I am making a point, and you're trying. You know what? Just ban me
No,
because you're a coward.
I want to hear what you have to say. Go
And
ahead.
stop talking over me. Stop banning me. Stop this and that. Anytime you get close to truth, anytime you get close to accountability, like a woman, you run, right? Anytime you get close to accountability, you're like, oh, that doesn't count here because of A, B, C, and D. But everyone else, you hold them accountable. It's crazy, man. It's like, I can't hunt whales, but Eskimos can. You're the same thing. You're the same thing.
Okay, well, here's my question for you then. Why are you in this environment that's treating you that way?
Here you go again, backing me into a wall. Isn't this environment where we hold each other
You're an
accountable?
adult, right? You have control over where you spend your time, and
Didn't we address this already? Didn't
no,
we address
I
this?
don't think I ever got my answer of why you continue to put yourself in an environment where you're so mistreated.
Because we
you
are
can easily make the decision to not put yourself in that
okay.
situation.
Again, you're insulting me. You're backing me into a corner.
No, I'm just asking you a question.
I'm answering it right now. I'm answering right now because you and me are special, Jeff. Because this show is
Baby
special.
reindeer.
And despite the horrible things that you do, despite the fact that you have zero accountability, as evidenced by what Hank said, intelligently
I'm not
and so
accountable
obviously,
to you. What am I accountable to you for?
you're not accountable to yourself, sir. It's not even me, and that's another little diss. Thanks for
Well, then
that.
if it's to myself, why are you involved? I've asked you that before. If it's self-accountability, what is your role in all this?
We are a fucking team, dickhead, and stop acting like we're not.
No, we're not.
Yes,
See,
we are.
This is baby reindeer. This is what I'm talking about. I can see where this is going.
We're a team.
When I first met Barney, he said, have you seen that Netflix series Baby Reindeer? You need to watch it. And then we did a stream on it, analyzing it. And I think that was the beginning step for further developments in our relationship.
Okay, are you done insulting me? This is how you try to shut me up. If you just want me to,
This is how I shut you up. So I want you to be clear on the difference. Go ahead.
That's my Denzin's book.
you're a coward, Jeff. You really are. You really are, Jeff. You really are a coward. You don't want to hear it.
Say it. I've been waiting for you to say it.
Bro Logic, before you leave, do you have any insults for me? I like to have. Yeah, do you have any new insults for me, Bro Logic, before you leave? I like hearing the new ones come out.
Have I ever insulted you?
I don't recall.
Yeah, so bro, now you're insulting me. Like new insults implies that I have old insults. I've never insulted you, Hank.
Excellent.
I mean, sure, I'm interested in your proclivity with the, how shall we say, ladies of the night, but you don't want to recount those questions. So, okay, I moved on.
I said, and I quote, I'll send you a email. I will not put it in live chat.
I don't want any of that stuff on my computer, bro. It sounds sketchy, but, it sounds...
Well, I don't want any of this stuff on the live chat, so
that's fair. So that's why I don't talk about it anymore. So I never insulted you. I just had an interest in, that part of your life. It's fascinating, but that's what it is. And I want to know. I have no insults for you, Hank.
I have a solution. You buy yourself another Gmail account. I'll send the information to that.
I don't want sketchy stuff, but I appreciate the offer. The offer. I don't want that on my computer. I just don't. I'm not in the market to, it's a bad look. It's a bad look all around.
I have another solution. I'll put that information on a different computer and ship it to you. It won't be your computer, but you can just log into it and see what's there.
Dude, no, thank you. I appreciate the offer again. No, thank you.
Well, it won't be your computer. It'll just be a computer that's in your house that you can happen to log into, but it's not yours. You're holding it for a friend.
Dude, I'm not holding, bro. That just sounds sketch all around. I'm not holding anything for a friend. Okay, no, but thank you. I just want no. So to my knowledge, I've never insulted you. If you felt insulted by me,
see,
I probably didn't mean to.
Now you know how I feel. Like you are in the position with Hank that you put me in with you.
What are you talking about? No, he may feel insulted because I was interested in that.
And you may feel insulted but everything you're saying to Hank.
Yeah, but I'm accountable for it. I'm like, hey, if I did, I'm sorry. Let me fix it.
You can chew on that the rest of the day. Let it sit on your brain, think about it a bit. But what you're describing to Hank, and the issue you have with Hank,
I
is the
don't have an
same
issue with
one
Hank.
with me and you. It's an analogy. Remember those from high school English and the ACT test?
I don't actually, but
Yeah. Barnabas is to Hank as Jeff is to Barnabas.
Negative. I actually have the same relationship with both of you because
there it
I
With
is.
who?
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Jeff.
With who?
uh both Jeff and Bro Logic. I had pretty much the same relationship with both of you.
No, I'm talking about Bro's Logic relationship with you.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I understand now.
So now that you have three people that have an issue with you, I mean, we don't have an issue with you, but bro, you have an issue with us. How do we make it right with you? So that way we can co-create. Because what I hear from you is you need people to create with you to get you to the next level, to get us all to the next level. You want partnership here with Jeff. You want Jeff on your team. That's what I'm hearing from you.
I mean, Jeff is a star. Yeah, of course I want him on my team. Absolutely.
I think you
But
just asked him the wrong way. I think that's all it was. He can't
He
understand
didn't
the
even
whole
ask me. He
jumping
came
through.
in here and informed me we were a team.
no, we are a team, Jeff. Like it or not. Like it or not. You call me baby reindeer all day. I don't care. Listen, I want to address what Hank said. I want because that is the thing that you won't address. It's funny that you talk about all this free speech and Hank's like, wait a minute, don't you curtail speech here? You're like, oh no, that's
I'm a free
different.
speech advocate, a fierce free speech advocate. In fact, you saw like how I reacted when Moose timed that person out. So yes, but this is not a free speech channel. This is a dictatorship. This is a monarchy.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I
well
This
was
is an
at least that's a
autocracy.
fair answer. That's a fair answer. That's a fair answer. So I accept your answer,
as your
Jeff.
executioner, I used my guillotine that was sitting in the torture chamber, the dungeon, and I used it. I mean, how could you expect a man to not use the tools
Well,
that he's
plenty of other
given?
mods
Just
did.
use your battle wax. Come on. Just not you're not overconfident,
I'm a
Jeff.
say I can handle. I can address that part as a Satanist. I put temptation in your hands.
Sound gay.
I'm
It
literally,
is.
I am literally the Mussolini. Like I told you, I gave you fair warning like 4 times. I even held
I know
myself
you
back.
did. You told me
But
take this
but then I
wrench.
saw
I'm about
numbers
to
were
use it. You
dropping.
better take it from me.
Once I saw numbers dropping, I was like, I can't take this anymore. Like
You were
number
you were you were produced. You were producing. You were following your producer instincts, and I was the one interfering and thwarting with that. And so I guess part of me tries to produce. Like I haven't. I, I still have a producer aspect to me too. I guess I still haven't been able to fully hand it over. I don't think I ever will get to that point. So I think it's always going to be like this collaborative producing, which I still want to try a little
and
experiment. By the way,
that's what we need to do. We need to get it going. You
let's do.
know,
You want
'cause-
to do it today?
yeah, let's do it today.
Because I have to leave in a little while for about an hour and a half, or probably then I have errands to run, so it'll probably be a couple of hours. But I was gonna go live this afternoon, but we could do it on your channel instead, and we could play around with all those toys.
That's what I'm talking about. Bro Logic, you are a VIP invited guest onto that show. You can do your magic with Jeff. You can partner up with him, whatever you guys feel necessary. And Hank, of course, you're allowed there as well, sir.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is a bunch of shit, honestly, Moose, because sit here and so my
You're breaking up again.
See, the thing is you're going to have to bring the right equipment if you're going to come to my channel. Okay, we're not going to tolerate this crap.
Is it gonna be on the optics? Optics are high.
The optics are high. And you know what? It'll even be on your channel because you can hit that
Oh
restream
right, I
button.
can restream. I'll restream it here too. But we'll
And that's the thing I was trying to get out to everybody. Barney, you can have your own channel. Everybody can have their own channel and we could all grow, but we have
Yeah.
to actually step up to the plate and make a broadcast worth watching.
I
Moose,
feel like I
respectfully,
do.
you and me are never going to work. So for those reasons, I'm out. But what I want to
Well,
talk to
That's a you thing, though. And if
Sure,
you can't
sure,
work with
sure,
me, then you probably
sure.
won't work with the people around me because they're all going to be successful while you're still sitting in
Well,
your
I guess
basement
he's
going,
like my denizen. We have to work separately but together.
I
So
tried that with
I'll keep
Denizen.
him
It doesn't
separated
work.
from you, and we'll just have side collaborations.
Yes, and I'm like the only guy that can play nice with people.
Right.
I'm the only guy that's flexible and not to work with whoever. But I like
Flexible is
to
another gay term, Hank. So be careful. Keep going.
Yeah,
Everything's a
that's
gay
fine.
term with you.
But the
I'm
thing
gay
is, I'm
music.
able to do that too, right? I can work with all you guys equally, and it's the people that get in their feelers. You really don't want to be surrounded by people that get stuck in their feelers, because those are the people that are going to snake you. They're going to do something wrong to you because you did. Because all of a sudden one day you're going to wake up and they were hurting, and you never even knew they were hurting because they're not man enough to have that conversation with you. Next thing you know, oh, there goes the partnership. Oh, there goes the stream. Oh, now we got drama for the next 24 hours.
That's happened
Every
here.
single time. Every
Yeah,
single time. So until you learn to manage your emotions, bro, Logic, me and you won't work together. But
yeah.
once you do, then it's all good. Then you have no problem with me because I'm not here to hurt you.
Okay, thank you for the advice. Appreciate it.
It's not advice. It's just man up, dude.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks for the gut check. Appreciate it, Moose. Jeff, so is Moose your pimp? Because apparently you won't do what I want, but unless Daddy Moose tells you to do it. He's like,
Actually,
No,
you
I
can
didn't.
have Moose, you can use him and abuse him you can have Jeff any way you want, use him and abuse him. He's all yours, bro. Logic. And
so,
that's what I heard. And you just sat there and took it like, yes, Daddy Moose. Is that what's
so,
going on here?
No,
bro,
Not
Logic, let me
even.
get this
that's
straight.
in your head. That was
Let
your
me get
little
this
movie you
straight.
had
I'm
planned.
actually his pimp, bro. I'm lazy today, so I'm just having Moose do my work.
Wait, what's the question?
Moose is just doing the work I'm supposed to be doing because I feel lazy today.
Oh,
So
me?
no, I'm the pimp. Moose is doing my work for me. Do you copy?
I don't understand what you're saying, sir.
Me, I'm the pimp.
You're the
Moose is
pimp.
just yes. Moose is just doing my work.
Hank is
I
normally the
contracted out.
pimp.
Yes,
Oh,
I
okay.
contracted
Not
work
with
with him.
me, but on panels in general.
Yes, I
So
contracted
I have to
work with
ask you
Moose.
permission to be with Jeff?
You can ask Jeff
No,
directly, but it's
but
easy to
Barney, I
ask
have
me.
to wrap up. And you said that there was something you wanted to address,
All right.
separate from Moose. So I want
I
to
just want
make
to
sure you
say
get a
this real
chance to
quick.
do that.
Before you leave, I just want to say this real quick. Barney, I
You said I'll never
seriously
be able to
don't.
work with Moose, but what I really wanted to address is, and then it got cut off.
The only thing I wanted to address is I guess is Moose your pimp because he just willy nilly throws you out there and uses you like a like a little
No,
pussy boy.
we've been
That's
working
No,
me.
behind the
he's not my
scenes
pimp,
in
but
Discord
I'm
for
open to
months.
it though.
You're open to
We've
being
been.
pimped out by
Hey,
Moose.
Yeah,
tell
I'm
him. Have
definitely
we
open to
not
being
worked
pimped
in
out.
private on ideas? We've been talking about
And as
ideas.
a fellow panel ho, you should certainly understand that.
You're getting all stuck in your feelers, bro. Logic. We've been sitting here talking in private, trying to get some better ideas going for months, and I try to bring you in on those ideas, and you crap all over the opportunity. It's like you got opportunity staring you right in the face, and you crap on it.
It's a
Moose?
bit, not a
Okay.
bit.
Do you want me to tell you the truth, Moose? I'll tell you the truth.
I know you don't like me because Cynthia came out with a hit piece, and then you got all mad about it.
Cynthia came out with that. Well, who
Well,
said that?
I don't have a lot of time, so
I
go
did.
ahead and tell us why you don't like
All
him.
right. Well, never mind. If you don't have time, whatever.
No, go
I guess
ahead.
to be continued. Tune in next time. I mean, I don't
No,
know.
tell us. I have enough time for you to tell us why you don't like him.
All right. Just between you and me, don't tell anybody, bro. You aligned yourself with Snap Who Snaps. What the fuck is wrong with you? A and B. I'm not gonna collaborate with people who just do fucking back and forth hit pieces. And also, my channel is not really like this, honestly. And when I tried to do what in the beginning, I had stuff, and I just want to talk about topics. But then I get people who are kind enough to hit the link, and they come up and they think it's like an open panel. But I try to keep them on topic, and it just derails the show. I'm not. I mean, I appreciate it, Moose, really, but I don't. I want to. I just want and you can laugh all you want, but I want to do a professional kind of news with opinions kind of
Like
show.
Z
Maybe
show.
Well,
maybe in the
your
future.
actions and behaviors say otherwise.
So
to
you
me.
want to do
No.
Z show or
Can,
Nachakina, pretty much.
can I talk? Can I talk? Listen, Me
You can
coming
talk for 2 minutes and then I have to end
Okay,
this. I
2
have an
minutes. Here we go.
appointment.
Me coming on this show is just like a fucking guilty pleasure. Jeff, you're a fucking star, man. I really look up to you. I love your show, and me being here, it's a guilty pleasure. I'm doing something. I just want to talk to you. It's like I know, call me lame, call me creepy, but it's like, bro, we're just hanging out at a bar, not drinking and shooting the shit, and it's fun, and that's the truth. But
Is
it's
it
not
fun?
necessarily good for my
I,
show.
I,
I mean,
I don't
you know.
know. I have different ideas of fun, I guess. But we can
I mean,
continue it
you
later.
can.
I think
That's the thing where you always try to belittle the experience and act like you're cooler than me. Oh, look, you're talking like you
no,
always do
see
that.
that
You're always
that's
trying
all
to
in your
assert your
head. But
dominance.
listen, I have to. We can continue this later. I have to wrap this up. So, um, I'm leaving for a couple of hours, and then when I come back, I think it's going to be on Moose's channel, and I'll stream it back here. But we're going to try a slight, maybe I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be an experiment. Honestly don't know what type of show it's going to be, but it's going to be the potential for a slightly different show than happens here. So that'll happen this afternoon. If it doesn't for whatever reason, I'll just start a stream here, and then I'll be back again this evening. We have somebody in the back, but I have to wrap up. I have another engagement. But like I said, we'll be back in a couple of hours, and we'll be on the Optics Are High channel, and so you can catch us there. All right, take care, everybody. I think this was overall good chat, good conversation, and probably a lot of bit non-bits and production in there as well. So I'll let you sort out what was what, and we'll continue it again in a few hours. So take care, everybody, and thanks. Rock on. Have a rockin' Sunday.